what's going on, guys? So I'm over here. I'm watching Chili over here at. Looks like he's in the Palisades over in California. Over in California. What a bummer. And Gavin Newsom. The taxpayers of California uh, have already paid to have reservoirs built, and they Newsom won't let it happen. All the rainwater and everything that collects in California just runs off into the ocean. And of course, we know the guys like Newsom and the World Economic Forum, they love blaming it on climate change, and they want to raise taxes, but they never do anything to get rid of all the dead wood and clear out the forests. It's crazy. I cannot believe. Here, let me share this with you. Hold on. I want you guys to see what's going on.
Levi audits.
This is wild, man.
Levi, if you go live right now and film vertical, and you go,
So he's over there live right now.
Like, hey, I'm filming a white wall. You'll have more than 225 people in your
It's
room.
my homie. Hold on.
It's such a fucking joke. I literally hate YouTube. I hate them. I'm sorry. I hate to be bitter, but I hate
saying
them.
bad words,
It's
though.
just such a dog shit company.
He doesn't like our communist-run YouTube.
YouTube is such a shitty company. June said she
Check it
never
out,
gets
man.
notifications.
He's at least he's
South
there
Bama
checking
said he
out the
didn't get a
fires.
notification.
It's wild.
Julie said
All
she
right.
doesn't get notifications.
Yeah, I don't get him either.
Milena said she doesn't get notifications.
I would have known he was on. I would have.
It just
not
sucks
live,
because
I promised all these
I've
guys.
dedicated my life to doing something, and it just
Oh
sucks.
well. Anyways, I got a bunch of friends who live over there who've lost pretty much everything because of the incompetent government of California. They're globalist, World Health Organization government. They don't care about us. Hey, Life Under, good seeing you, brother. I've been up since 04. I didn't even get to the gym. Didn't work out. I've got my friends over in California right now who are totally flipping out about how there's no water in the fire hydrants. And we have all these reservoirs that were supposed to be built that were funded by taxpayers that could have ended any drought problems. But the narrative is there's this global warming pandemic and we need to raise taxes. It's global warming, raise taxes, carbon this, carbon that. It's like a bunch of radical Marxist college professors run the whole government there. They don't even care about science. All they care about is their bought and paid for scientists who support raising taxes to end global warming. It's wild. Hey, Let's OTVO, good seeing you. Hey, this is a public service. Good seeing you, brother. I'm live streaming Chili DeCastro's footage of the Palisades fire. Insane, man. What a shame. What a shame what happened to California. Just flood it with illegal aliens and then, change the census to where you pick up a bunch of votes for your political party. Who cares about the citizens? Really sad, really, really sad. Flood your country with illegals and then you can make sure your political party uses the census to stay in power forever. Wow. Who cares about America as long as you have political power? Hey now. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Good seeing you, man. So today I'm gonna try to finish up on the video that I was doing yesterday. Super impressed with Reluctant Prophet and Mr. Gold. I'm hoping that I can interview Mr. Gold. Now tomorrow I'm gonna work on my motion to waive into Arizona and try to get accepted into the bar there. But it's probably from start to finish. I'm looking at least 6 months. So don't expect me to do any miracles, but at least I'll be able to give you my perspective on what's going on. Got to look squared away though. What do you guys think? Looking squared away? Don't have any collar stays, unfortunately, so they keep on curling in, but I don't know. It looks pretty good. Looks lawyerly enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's all you can do life under, one day at a time. One day at a time. That's right. So yesterday we got about to an hour and 23 minutes into Reluctant Prophet's lawsuit and Mr. Gold's lawsuit, or Mr. Gold's harassment case. And I want to back this up a little bit because I think we were getting tired. But so Mr. Gold is a guy that Lane and Reluctant Prophet have been helping out. And because of all the publicity that they've been giving to guys like Judge Ball and the local police department, these land developers, people all over the country are seeing what's going on, the corruption, right? And Mr. Gold had all these ridiculous charges against him, I guess, for delivering or having food sent to someone's house, I guess, by a, what do they call that? What's that food delivery service? Oh, man, I'm getting old, but Uber Eats or something like that, right? Where you send food to someone's house. And I guess somebody had made a complaint against Mr. Gold. And I was hoping Mr. Gold would be on. I couldn't find his email, so I wasn't able to communicate with him today. But yesterday he was kind of guiding us through it. I don't know. Hopefully, this is a public service can guide me through it. I don't know about the huge news, brother. I was told earlier today this is a public service that I was going to hear about some news in Tucson, but I haven't heard about it yet. I'm willing to cover it, of course. But anyways, so Mr. Gold, I guess, had all these charges against him for harassing people. I guess, not totally sure or clear, for delivering. Hey, Race Gas, good seeing you. For delivering or having food delivered by an Uber Eats to someone's house. I guess I don't know if that's what the charges were, but I'll let Reluctant Prophet tell us what he thinks. So I covered up to an hour and 23 minutes last night. People were getting tired. I think we started out with like 300 to 500 people, and by the end of the night, there were only 70 left. So I was like, you know what? You diehards, you need to get some rest. So, hey, good seeing you, Hedera, Race Gas, King Bluto, DoorDash. Okay. Cameras capture the corruption. Not all of it, but they do capture a lot of it. That's for sure. Thank God for social media. That's right. Yes, Ghost Man. That's right, bro. So I'm gonna basically, for you non-lawyers, because he's got Lane, and Lane has the knowledge and skill to understand most of this stuff. I'm gonna try to break things down to you into layman's terms in my own way, about what's happening over there, and I'm gonna do this reaction video to the next, I guess, hour or so that's left of Reluctant Prophet's video that he did yesterday. I wasn't even going to go live today. I was going to go to the gym, but I did some homeschooling with my daughter and had to work on a bunch of files. And I'm just physically and emotionally too exhausted to get in my truck to head down to the gym. And I don't want to go for a walk because it's super windy and my eyes are already like watery and stuff because I get allergic to all the dust. So yeah, man, hit that like and subscribe button and double tap that screen. Good seeing you, BZ Watchdog. And Kinetic Customs. Yeah, I got to double tap because I'm in the vertical mode. So there's no like button. So you got to hit that. You got to double tap, man. You got to hit it twice. Hit it twice. Hit it one time if you want some. Guys, I actually went to that concert. Cardi B and that other dude, Power 106, got hit it sometime in the blah blah in the Buddha bada ba da da da. And it was not hilarious. This white boy goes to rap concerts. We got to do something with all the stress you're under. Yeah, it was pretty. It was actually a really good concert. It was at the old basketball stadium where the Lakers used to play. Now they play, I guess, at Staples Center, but in the old days they played at this round, like the Coliseum. I can't remember what it's called, but it was pretty cool. Actually, it was on TV. If you look at the video of that concert, you'll see me standing there, not dancing, acting like a total white boy. um, yeah, Cardi B, man. Yeah, yep. I'm just looking at the comments here. So, anyways, yeah. So let's get into the lawyer reaction video, and I'm gonna try to get my head straight while we watch this. All right, here we go, guys.
Detective Gonzalez never called me back. Can you imagine that? I know it's strange, but guess what happened today?
Well, hold on, I want to get back. This was actually a pretty good scene, and I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday.
We were able to find Lane Meyer's charges for the federal crimes that they had him for not obeying a marshal and a court security. We found Mr. Gold's charges even before he'd been served those charges or formally arrested. So we found the charge that they were going to charge him with Uber Eats, and Mr. Gold got a phone call from Detective Gonzalez asking him if he even had an Uber Eats account. And this was after the charges had already been filed.
So no
So I called up
investigation.
Detective Gonzalez.
That should be pretty
I
good.
mean, transfer to his number. Hold on a second.
All right, thank you.
Go. Your call
Hey,
is
Mr.
being
Gold.
forwarded to a MyTel voicemail system. Is not available. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Yes, good morning, Detective Gonzalez. My name is Mark. I'm a citizen journalist here in town, and I wanted to call and ask you some questions about a crime that you're apparently investigating. If you could give me a call back, I would appreciate it. My number is 520-440 or 441-7705. 520-441-7705. Thank you, Detective Gonzalez.
This is so awesome, guys. You're gonna love this.
All right. So that phone call was on December 23rd. And guess what? Detective Gonzalez never called me back. Can you imagine that? I know it's strange, but guess what happened today? The good news happened today. If you look on here, here were the charges from August 13th, 2024. And yesterday, January 6th, 2024 or 2025, an application and order dismissing the complaint.
Okay, so that's a criminal complaint, as I understand it. So just follow along. Mr. Gold gets charged with a harassment complaint, allegedly for sending, what is it, Uber Eats, or what was the one it was? One of those food delivery things where you pay someone to deliver your food. He gets charged, but then Lane and this guy, Reluctant Prophet, raise holy hell. They talk about the law. They put things into motion, and lo and behold, the criminal summons and complaint is dismissed. Okay. So don't tell me that's not because of the work that these guys did. And that's why I'm covering this, because I don't think you need to be a lawyer to get justice. You just need to be somewhat educated and persistent. You need to be that tireless vocal minority. Less than 3% of our founding fathers, or less than 3% of the population, actively participated in the revolution against the king. And so when I see things like this, it really motivates me. So let's keep on watching and listening. Oh, here we go. Mr. Gold says that he was looking at a potential 6 months in jail and $2,500 fine um, for an order for an order that was delivered to the wrong address that he didn't even order. Yeah. So they just immediately charged Mr. Gold, and Mr. Gold's been having a lot of problems. There's land developers, these New York City paste pecani sauce, people like that who are harassing him and Reluctant Prophet. These big housing developments, buddies with the local government, bureaucrats. And lo and behold, he gets charged with all this stuff without any probable cause, without any investigation, as we're going to find out in a second. And I'm just showing you how the good old boy network, especially in these podunk towns, like, places in Arizona, like, the Hazard County, like the Dukes of Hazzard, Roscoe P. Coltrane, like that's how it is over there. And so I'm just looking at it going, damn, dude, if I was licensed in Arizona, I would be filing civil rights cases like a Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You guys got to hit it one time if you want some. So anyways, let's get into it. Life Under, man. I'm so happy you made it today, bro. You should send him a bouquet of hot dogs. All right, well, let's keep going, guys. This is great.
So all of Mr. Gold's charges have been dismissed. Detective Gonzalez didn't want to call me back and let me interview him. And I'm uploading a video that I'm going to show you guys right now. Yes, very, very, very nice.
Very nice.
So this video will upload here pretty quick. I'll show that. And then we've got I'm going to make a quick phone call since it seemed like that it was, that's right. The Pro Say Idiot Club wins again, Michael. See,
that's me. That's him talking to me.
May not be conventional. But I did tell Mr. Gold that all of his charges would be dropped by the end of the year.
Right on.
His
man.
11 charges were dropped by the end of the year, but they went ahead and said that.
Hey, you got a lot more confidence than me, Reluctant Prophet. I never promise or tell anyone they're ever going to get anything dropped because I don't trust the government. You could be Jesus Christ and walk on water, and then you have to deal with a black-robed taskmaster or a corrupt government official, and you're going to be dealing with Pontius Pilate. You're going to get hung on the cross. But somehow or another, you figured it out, brother, and I'm very impressed with what you guys are doing. Let's keep listening.
They said that, well, he got charged again. And then I told him that his charges would be dropped by last Friday. So I would imagine that they drafted it up last Friday, but it didn't come out until Monday. They're dismissing his charges. So like I said, the methods aren't conventional, but outing these morons on the internet and showing how fucking stupid and ridiculous they are is what's helping it. Now, I agree, Michael, but the thing is most people don't get to put themselves out on the internet. Most people aren't willing to put themselves out on the internet. And so these subtle, I'm going to get it right for you, Michael. These subtleties that you got going on that most people don't see is why they're able to railroad people.
That's right.
All of these stories get so complicated. And I think that's what the sheriff's department and the prosecutor's office want, is it to be so complicated that nobody even wants to listen to you. And that way, when you go into court, they can hand you a plea bargain, and then your public pretender or the lawyer you just spent $5,000 to $10,000 goes ahead and tells you that it's in your best interest to go ahead and plea bargain and just take care of this.
Yep.
So I don't.
No argument there. No argument there, bro.
I don't think that's the way we should play ball anymore.
I agree. I've always thought.
I think that everybody needs to record everything, and as you can see with myself, with Mr. Gold, with Lane Myers, if you're able to intelligently and articulately pick apart their narrative, the charges, the way that they responded to the call.
Yeah,
If you can go ahead and
I agree.
let's see.
I'm shotgunning stuff to him in the comments too. He's probably going, "What the hell is this lawyer doing?"
All right, there we go. Let me show you this real quick, though. You got a new avatar four corner? Oh, yeah, I like that, man. That's cool. All right, let's look at this real quick.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Gold. You're very blessed that you
Check
have
this
people
out.
helping you
Check
out.
what just showed up at the house right now. This is what I went out to outside.
What? You got some Uber Eats? What the hell? Somebody sent you some food? That's harassment. Better sue. Better call the cops.
I'm good. How are you? What do you got? You got Krispy Kremes. Who ordered Krispy Kremes? Jeff G. ordered Krispy Kremes to me, huh? Okay. Do I owe you anything?
Just a pin. I don't do so.
Oh,
Can you believe somebody just ordered Uber Eats to my house right now? Somebody just ordered Uber Eats to my house right now. I think that we should call the sheriff's department and
There you
find
go.
out
So
if we can
Hold on.
file harassment charges.
hold on. So
What do you think? Should we call?
So for those of you who just joined us, so Mr. Gold, who is the guy that Lane and Reluctant Prophet have been helping, who's getting harassed by the cops and by these contractors, literally got charges filed against him by the prosecutor's office for allegedly harassing someone by sending, I guess, like Uber Eats or one of those food, I forgot the name again, but one of those food delivery services without any kind of a, we're going to find out in a minute how is it that he got these charges filed? So somebody mysteriously sent some food to Reluctant Prophet's house. So he's really angry because he knows that that's a criminal offense because of what happened to Mr. Gold. So I'm trying to help narrate this for you guys. By the way, I forgot to do my stupid bumper yesterday. Let me just do my bumper really quick, and then we'll get back into his video.
To another edition of Ask Michael Eline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel.
That's right. We never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. And as soon as I started supporting Chili DeCastro over at Delete Laws, man, I had every troll and communist Marxist in the country trying to take down my channel, getting strikes, getting hit, getting complaints. Anytime you support someone who's unpopular, you're going to get blowback. But I never, ever wavered. And I always support people who are wrongfully accused and falsely arrested. And that's what my channel is all about, is making sure that people who don't have any kind of a voice get a voice. Now, these guys have a voice in Arizona, but with my channel, I want to get them a voice nationwide so we can try to find maybe a local Arizona lawyer out there who can help them out. Maybe I can use my channel to get them some publicity or something where they'll feel convicted to want to help. And so that's why I'm covering this, because I really don't like what happened to Mr. Gold. And I can't even imagine, if I was gone and, my wife or my son or somebody didn't have me, who would look out for them? So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at life. Who's going to look out for people who don't have a voice? And it's our job, if we're gifted, like Elaine Myers, he knows that. If you're gifted, you have a high IQ, fast processing speed, you have a duty to help people. And sometimes you got to help people with tough love. Sometimes you don't, people do stupid shit you don't keep helping them. You make them help themselves. But other times when you see people like Reluctant Prophet, you see he's hustling, he's figuring shit out. You give them a little push, you put some wind in their sails. So let's get back into what's going on. So now you understand. Reluctant Prophet just had some food delivered to his house, and he doesn't know who did it. But that's a criminal offense according to the state of, or at least the local police department. Mr. Gold actually got criminal charges filed against him for that. And there was no evidence apparently that he was the one who even had the food delivered. So I guess if you live in close proximity to someone and food gets delivered to them, well, these Arizona cops, man, they're going to arrest you and probably charge you with a crime. So naturally, Reluctant Prophet wants to make sure that the law is being complied with. So let's see what happens, guys. I'm all for it, Reluctant Prophet. If someone sent you food with an Uber, you better get a full-blown criminal investigation and find out what happened, because that's pretty serious stuff. All right, let's go.
Call the sheriff's department and see if this is considered harassment. I'm going to eat one of these. I shouldn't be eating the donut. Whoever sent me these donuts is certainly harassing me, because the last thing that I need to be doing right now is eating the donuts. The dogs are all going to get a donut, and I know people will be mad at Lane, will definitely be mad at me for feeding my dogs a donut. So, all right, let's go ahead and see if the sheriff department.
PETA's going to arrest you, dude, for giving your dog a donut.
Phone number is 520-351-4900. I got it on memory. These days anymore, none of us remember any phone numbers, but I got the sheriff's department right in the old noggin. It's like a steel trap, man. Nothing gets in or out. Rusted shut. All right, let's see. Yeah, hi. Is there a deputy available?
I can try to connect you. What is it that you're reporting or looking to inquire about?
I'm inquiring about harassment.
Okay. Do you want to make a report in regards to it, or?
Well, I want to just see if the nature of what happened constitutes harassment. Oh, I'm looking to talk to a deputy. Are you a deputy? What's your name?
No, I'm just a dispatcher.
Oh, a dispatcher. What's your name?
My name is Ricky.
Ricky, do you have any legal training?
No.
Do you know the laws inside and out?
No.
Then
would be a deputy.
Then why would I explain it to you?
Okay, I just wanted to verify, just because we can put a call in place. What general area are you calling from?
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
That way I can connect you to a deputy in your area.
All right, yeah, the Vale District. Hey, real quick, is there a Detective Gonzalez available?
I wouldn't know. We don't keep track of detectives unless they come up on our radios. They don't usually, so.
Oh, you don't have a phone number? Because the last person I called, they were able to get me to Detective Gonzalez.
All I can connect you to his desk phone. Do you have a badge?
I don't have a badge number, no. But apparently last time I called, they said there's only one Detective Gonzalez. But if you can get me to a deputy, I bet you Detective Gonzalez, he probably makes the big bucks. He's probably already at home eating dinner with his family.
Your name?
What's my name?
Hey, he's got no respect. He's a comedian.
I go by Mike.
And your phone number, Mike?
My phone number, I just want you to go ahead and get me connected to somebody, linked
No,
up.
I can't just connect you to one. The deputy has to come up for the phone call, okay? So I have to put it for one. So they can return the call.
Ah, I see. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. 520. Okay, great. Thanks. All right, they're going to have a deputy reach out. I saw somebody in there who said that, Gary, don't get him on him again. No, I'm not. I'm not going to mention him. I'm just going to. I'm just going to ask how many free Uber Eat deliveries it takes to constitute harassment. especially if you're not paying for them. Right? I'll wait. We'll give it a few minutes. Yeah, so I'm very happy for Mr. Gold. And just so you guys know, it's hard for me to get a lot of the footage out that I got. So you guys definitely get to see a lot more footage than most of the other people get to see when you come in lives, so that we can keep it going. Let me see what I can find for you guys today while we're waiting for this phone call back. Yeah, that Sassy Kisses, you're absolutely right. Those donuts could be attempted murder. And I think maybe that's what Mr. Gold's intentions were. It's on his caller ID. Yeah, I know it's on his caller ID. I usually give them another number so that they can see which one they call me back. I hear the plane flying over right now, though. Let's see. Mr. Gold will usually text me if it's the sheriff plane.
The sheriff plane. So, for the people who are just joining me, Reluctant Prophet was able to discover that these airplanes that have been circling Mr. Gold's house, I guess Mr. Gold doesn't want to sell his house to the big bad developers, right? So all of a sudden he's got drones and sheriff's planes circling his house. So how do we know that? Reluctant Prophet did a public records request and found a treasure trove of information showing that all these aircraft and all these hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayer dollars have been spent to surveil Mr. Gold's casa in Arizona in the middle of nowhere. And that's Mr. Gold. Is that a fair statement, Mr. Gold? I don't want to disparage our brethren in law enforcement because we know they're doing such an outstanding job spending all of the local tax base. So let me know if I'm on the right point here. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. Hey, Life Under, BZ Watchdog. Yeah, make sure to buy BZ Watchdog's products, man. He's got pepper spray and gels and all this cool stuff, knives, tap security products. Pineapple on pizza. No. Right on, Billy. Billy McDougal. I'm seeing all these people on my show the last few days that I never really seen. So you look like a fellow patriot, so I welcome you here. Okay, well, here's Mr. Gold. He says they haven't tried to buy his property. They just tried to scare him off. It worked. They surveil them using aircraft, about 18 times that we're aware of. Wow, dude. Bro, I don't know why you're not able to find local counsel. The only way that I could help you, well, number one, I'd have to probably go bankrupt because I'm, living on fumes right now my overhead is higher than what I'm bringing in right now. And that's the problem with this business. You get overextended, but the only way I'd be able to do it is if I could pro hoc in. So I got my daughter helping me and now Life Under the Microscope to try and to get me motioned in. But so we're ordering my certificate of good standing from the California State Bar. Look, I was not interested in doing this, but I just see that you guys are so proactive, and that you really do have a just cause. It makes sense that I would. This is a big deal. I mean, like airplanes circling your house, just to me, especially being an inactive U.S. Marine, it's just unacceptable. That oath that I took, I just can't even believe it, Mr. Gold. It's just crazy. Okay, so Mr. Gold says, I've got good out-of-area counsel now. Well, that's okay. Well, okay, check it out, brother. I mean, look, I don't know how much help that I could offer, but have your people call my people and let's see if I can pro hoc in. Because me pro hocking in would be good with my application to apply to get the bar card. So the deal is, I've been practicing law for over 20 years. I'm licensed in California and Texas, primarily do catastrophic injury claims. I don't like doing criminal defense cases. But I would do a civil rights case like this, because if I was to pass away, I could see something like this happening to my wife, because I intend on leaving her and the kids with some property out in the middle of nowhere where they can be left alone and she can continue homeschooling them. So I feel it, so maybe, yeah, man, I would love that, dude. I would love to, dude. Mr. Gold, you ever need a place to stay? I got an extra room for you, save you some money. Could definitely talk. I don't really like Vegas. I like Summerlin. And I like the gun ranges in Vegas, and I like the Leathernecks Bar and Historical Museum, because I get to hang out with my Marine brothers there. But we could definitely do some shooting. I know a couple of retired Navy SEALs that have some fully automatic guns, rifles, that we could definitely rock and roll and have some fun, bro. For sure. But yeah. Ghostman says he's been watching Drone Watch, and here, brother, I've been saying, yeah, dude, I did a couple shows on these drones. Sin City says I'm a nobody, but Sin City, I'm here too, bro. Like, we should get together sometime. I'm local. I got my kids out of Communist Fornia. Yeah, for sure, brother. We should form parallel systems and try to help each other. Just because I'm a lawyer, don't be intimidated by that. My background is as a construction worker. I just became articulate from hanging out with all these lawyers and stuff. Let's get into the video again. Let's go.
No, we got a private owner. Cirrus SR20. Oh, look at that. We might get our detective back. Yeah, that's who it is. Hello?
Hello? Hi, is this Mike?
That's what I go by. Who's this?
This is Deputy Hughes with the Pima County Sheriff.
Deputy who?
Hughes? T-E-W-S.
T-E-W-S. How long you been on the force?
I've been on since last year.
Oh, a newbie, huh? All right, I got a difficult one for you. All right, so, I had somebody that ordered Uber Eats to my house.
Okay.
So, can I constitute that as harassment?
It depends on, is this like a constant issue?
So far it's only happened once, but I'm just curious on, if somebody sends me free dinner more than one time, if it would be harassment. I didn't have to pay for anything.
Right. Do you know who sent you the order?
I'm not sure. We could probably find out though if it happens again, but I'm just kind of curious on if you thought that was harassment, somebody sending you dinner.
So for harassment, it has to be repeated. And
repeated free dinners?
Yeah, it has to be a repeated act. And anything that's just, if you ask them to desist, or if it's,
oh, I would have to ask them to desist.
you in a way.
So what happens if I didn't talk to them and they just keep sending me free dinner and I keep getting fat and happy? I mean, do I have to actually say, hey, please don't send me any more free dinners? And then that's when it would turn into harassment?
I mean, there's multiple different, I'm looking at the statute right now, and it says a person commits harassment if the person knowingly, repeatedly commits an act or acts that harass another person, or the person knowingly commits one of the following acts.
So you heard that. So he's got this rookie who's clearly not part of the good old boy network, right? She's new. She doesn't know what's going on over there. She's reading the statute. In order to charge someone, like they did to Mr. Gold, repeatedly, this is from, not me. I'm not practicing law in Arizona, guys. Okay. Don't play that with me. I'm going based on what the law enforcement official is saying. Keep listening. This is why I have this channel, so I can educate you guys on how politicians and bureaucrats in the administrative state destroy people's lives for their own personal gain. You understand? This is why we have this channel. Let's keep going.
Which is contacts or causes of communication with another person by verbal, electronic, mechanical, telegraphic, telephonic, or written means.
Would a donut delivery fall under any of those?
I feel like it would be pushing it. Like if it was a constant issue, maybe.
Gotcha.
But
I know it seems a little strange, but I'm just curious on the statute. And so would I have to tell them to stop sending me dinner or donuts?
yeah, pretty much. And you can contact Uber Eats and tell them, like, I don't know who sent me this, but I don't want it delivered to my house.
Oh, that would probably.
Especially.
Gotcha. That would probably be the most logical thing to do, would be to call Uber Eats first.
Right.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. That's smart. Hey, you know what? I do have to give you a serious amount of credit. TEWS, you said, TEWS?
Yeah.
I do have to give you a serious amount of credit because you actually looked up the statute and you gave me some sound advice. So I appreciate that. You sound like a reasonable and logical person, and the sheriff's department is definitely short on that.
No,
you agree, I know. I know you can't say it, but I know you agree. Yep. So, okay, so I'll just have to see how many times this person orders me free dinner, and then if I call Uber Eats and they won't stop, then I can call you back and see if we can travel down the road of harassment by dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you have
Well,
any other questions?
no, I don't. And do you know who this is?
No, I do not.
Oh, you don't. All right. Well, I'm sure you'll find out by the morning. But I thank you for your time. You actually were very helpful, reasonable, and like I said, try not to get corrupted by all the other liars and morons on the force.
I got you. I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Oh, God.
You too.
Wow, it was very hard to be mean to that person. She was reasonable. She actually looked up the harassment. That was great.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Sorry, Dr.
Apparently, Uber Eats was never called because Uber Eats actually called Mr. Gold. Uber Eats said to Mr. Gold that one of the neighbors came out and confronted and were yelling at the Uber Eats. Mr. Gold has confirmed that he has never, ever one time ordered Uber Eats to his neighbor's house. And hey, Chuck Bronson, thanks for coming in. Central Florida, Kersey and Crofty, always thanks for being here. Four Corner, Randy, DG1, Lynn Davidson, Paul Walker. So he'd never ordered Uber Eats to anybody. And right there, you saw it. So again, all of these steps that the sheriff's department have taken are not reasonable or logical, right? So if the neighbor called in and said, hey, this guy ordered Uber Eats to my house once in August, I want harassment charges on him. A logical detective, Detective Gonzalez, I hope you're watching this. I really hope you're watching. A reasonable and logical detective would have went back to that person and said, well, we need some evidence first. And then two, do you have any evidence of you calling Uber Eats and saying that you don't want any deliveries to this house and this person shouldn't be delivering food to your house? Did you have that conversation with Mr. Gold's neighbor? Huh? Did you confirm that it had been several times that they had been sent food from Uber Eats? That would be another logical or reasonable argument that you would make to the person trying to file a complaint before you file criminal charges on somebody, you morons. The other thing that isn't very logical is that it doesn't sound like that you told the neighbor that said, hey, He ordered me food. Oh, well, how many times did it happen? Oh, once,
Willie.
twice. Oh, well, before we're going to go ahead and charge this guy with a crime, you should send him a letter through your lawyer. You guys are in a court case together. You have 11 criminal charges on him already. Maybe in the hearing, the prosecutor can bring up that this guy has been sending Uber Eats to the house and the victims would like it to stop. Maybe that would have been a reasonable path to travel down before you filed criminal charges on somebody. You stupid fucks. You people are just a bunch of stupid fucks.
So just for the people who are just joining us, so Mr. Gold had these criminal charges brought against him because it was an irate neighbor who accused him of having Uber Eats delivered to the irate neighbor's house. And apparently there was zero investigation at all. So lo and behold, all of a sudden, because it's a criminal offense, I guess, to deliver Uber Eats to someone's house one time with no prior history of harassment, right? Just one time is enough to get criminal charges filed against Mr. Gold, right? So lo and behold, reluctant prophet, someone dropped off Uber Eats at his house. So he called the police department because he wanted to also file criminal charges to make sure that whoever delivered those eats to his house, they would get arrested too and get criminal charges filed, get booked in, get a cavity search, because that's what the law requires, right? Right? I mean, that's what it requires. But then when reluctant prophet called the police, this new cop, like a rookie who's been on the force for about a year, opens up the statute and reads it to him, and she said, "Well, that dog doesn't hunt. It's the first time." "Yeah." "Do you know who did it?" "No." "Well, if you find who did it, would you charge him?" "Well, no, because there's no pattern, practice, or history of people harassing you by dropping off food to your house." "But why is it that Mr. Gold got charges filed against him?" Kind of weird, isn't it? So all of a sudden, like before this happened, because of guys like Lane and Reluctant Prophet, the criminal charges got dropped against Mr. Gold. And then it happened to Reluctant Prophet, the same kind of thing. And so Reluctant Prophet, because he's pretty educated, he's not your average bear. He calls the police to find out what's going on, and a rookie cop who's not part of the good old boy network absolutely categorically says, "No, that's crazy. You can't just get someone criminally charged for sending you some Uber Eats, not unless there's a practice and a pattern of doing it all the time." So he's saying, "Hey, what's going on, Copster 5150? What's the matter, you predictable, right?" James Forbes. Oh, check this out. Holy crap. And by the way, they've got Cessna planes circling Mr. Gold's house. And you guys can say that he's a conspiracy theorist and he's making it up, because that's what Communist News Network, CNN, or PMSNBC would say, right? But no, Reluctant Prophet did some public records requests, and he was able to determine that these $7.7 million high-end Cessna 208 planes with military-level spy cameras on them, with much lower res cams, got ruled unconstitutional in a federal appeals court case in Baltimore. In other words, it violates your Fourth Amendment, right? Because you're able to basically beam into someone's home without a warrant, right? So that was discovered with the help of Reluctant Prophet and Lane Myers, right? Those guys. And so naturally, Reluctant Prophet is trying to understand, well, how is it that those charges got brought against Mr. Gold because someone got some food sent to their house? And so he's calling the police department, and the police department says, this rookie cop says, "No, we can't bring criminal charges in a case like that. That's crazy." Almost like thinking he's making a joke, right? But yet that's exactly what happened to Mr. Gold. Wow. Now you guys know why I'm covering this. Like, this has Mike Eline written all over it. This is exactly why I have this channel, to expose crap like this. Like, I can't even believe this is happening. I'm just completely befuddled. Hold on a minute. Mr. Gold says, "My neighbor is the most prominent criminal attorney in Tucson in most of Arizona. He is likely who ordered the surveillance, but in a court motion said I had paranoid ideations of planes. Right. Well, it could be. I mean, it wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past the good old boy network that something like that could happen. Um, I think most of you guys know I don't really like lawyers that much, and I prefer the company of people like a Chili or a Reluctant Prophet for that reason, because I think that people with college educations, brainwashing, in law degrees tend to think they're better than everyone else, and that just goes against my thinking, because when I was in the Corps, especially, or even when I was in construction, the best dudes were the ones that were broke, and they would like buy me food off the roach coach or whatever, like even though they didn't have any money, you know. And these super rich guys, they won't do anything to help you. So think about that. I mean, you could be rich one day and be poor tomorrow. If you don't look after the common people, show them love, when you're in the doghouse, you're not going to have anybody to look after you. All right, let's keep going.
Deputy Twos, I appreciate you. And I certainly hope that you have a great career and that you do everything by the book and treat everybody as professionally as you treated me.
She was nice.
Giving somebody credit today. I'm going to give Deputy Ernst credit. He was down there stealing money from people yesterday. I got him on video. But
I believe that.
These people are just all retarded. Like,
so, Mr. Gold, the same kind of thing happened in California. We had Tom Girardi. He was this old school like a billionaire lawyer, and he got busted in the Dole Pineapple case. I guess that was a case he was working on with Juan Dominguez and all these high dollar lawyers. And there was like a 3-judge federal panel that went after these guys and found them in violation of their oaths as lawyers and tried to get them disbarred. And allegedly, Girardi's partner somehow wrestled the presidency of the California Bar Association. That's what I heard. Can't prove it. And those charges just sort of went away. And none of the personal injury lawyer community dared talk about it. They were too terrified, right? Because we're all part of that same Consumer Attorneys Association, Consumer Lawyers Association. And what was happening is in addition to the Dole Pineapple fiasco, Girardi was found liable, I guess, for taking settled case funds, like almost like a Ponzi scheme. Like, so I settle your case and I take the money from your case and use it for like to buy a beautiful home or for my hookers or whatever it might be. Who knows? And then the next case that comes in, I pay you for that case. And then that guy's case, I hold off till I settle another case and then pay you. In other words, stealing money from the trust account. And so as a result of that, he got disbarred and he's claiming dementia, which sort of ties into Mr. Gold, because now this 80-year-old lawyer could just claim that he's got dementia. He doesn't know what's going on. But the thing is, he started young and he was able to wrestle control, become buddies with judges, take them on his Learjet, and make friends with all the mediators. And most judges become mediators. So, you know, it's kind of an unwritten understanding that once you're off the bench, you'll be a mediator. We'll work together. I'll pay you $600 an hour to mediate cases for me, you know, wink, wink, elbow rub kind of a thing. Right. And so it caught up with Tom because he wasn't able to pay people, and they called him out and they were like, hey, you're stealing money. And then the Dole Pineapple case sort of got revisited. And he ended up falling on his sword for all those other guys that were involved and all that stuff with them. And as a result, the California State Bar passed a law that you have to like have this trust account now notification thing that you do every year or whatever. And so even me, like I have to fill out this new form. And so the online form that they have that you're supposed to fill out, basically to show them that you have a trust account, where it is, you have to do this form now. We never had to do that until Tom Girardi, right? And so me and about 1,000 other lawyers were not able to figure out how to use this Excel form. So now we have all of us on our web page have several days of administrative suspensions for failure to fill out this stupid form. Thanks, Tom Girardi. And so I even called the state bar and got this dude who was totally incompetent. And he told me straight up that you did everything right. You have nothing to worry about. And then I get a letter about a week later saying, no, you've been, you're not licensed now until you fill out this form right. So, it's like a really big deal to have these things on your state bar webpage. So now there's a group of people who are lobbying the state bar to have these administrative acts removed because of the incompetence of the state bar in not giving us a form that was easy to fill out. I mean, they literally have like this stupid like Excel spreadsheet form. You fill it out, you press save, and it doesn't save. And so you think that it's saved, but it's not. Anyways, just to give you an idea of the corruption and how one corrupt guy can make an honest guy look bad. And so let's get in it. Let's get back to the video.
Like literally, I mean, that's actually an insult to retarded people, but they're all morons. Every single one of them are
that makes
morons,
sense, Mr. Gold.
except for a select few down there. They're all liars, scumbags, and morons.
Yep.
Yeah, right? The donuts, I shouldn't eat another one of these. Mr. Gold, if you're out there, this is definitely harassment, buddy. Definitely harassment. Don't be seriously. Don't be sending me any more donuts.
Don't be sending donuts. That's a cancer.
I don't need any more donuts. What do you know? All right.
Oh man, he's funny.
I was going to show you one more video before we get out of here. An ending video to get out of here.
Oh man, it's great.
And I'm working on a video for tomorrow. I'm trying to just put out a bunch of video because I got like 17 terabytes of storage space that I need to free up. So all the videos that I've been holding on, some of them you may think are boring, but they're all my interactions that I've had over the last 3 years. And I'm going to start putting them out in sequence so that if you do want to watch them or watch every other one, you'll understand the whole process and what happened, how I went down there, because I'm going to put more videos out about how the Board of Supervisors said that I was rude. And the whole reason why I'm putting the titles in there that say harassing the county workers is because in all the police reports, it says that I'm harassing the county workers.
Hail Odin.
The Board of Supervisors, Steve Christie, his helper, called the sheriff's department and gave them hearsay and said that I was rude to the people down at the Public Works. I put out a video yesterday of the Public Works, today of going down and doing my first public records request. And then tomorrow I'm putting together for, what's his name? Carmine DeBonis. So Carmine DeBonis works down at the Pima County Administrator's Office. And if you guys have been watching with the noise complaints under that statute, if it's too egregious, the Pima County Administrator can pull the construction company's permits. So I've asked them to do that now for several months. And now Carmine DeBonis is requesting that I send him videos of the construction workers working early. So I am actually putting together a compilation right now. Let's see how many videos I got already started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got 21 videos of the construction workers out there working early right now that I'm going to stitch together. So Carmine DeBonis, if you're watching, all of these videos were taken after I had stopped calling the sheriff's department, because the sheriff's department turned around and arrested me and demonized me. So every single one of these video clips that you're going to see together are going to be after the sheriff's department failed to do anything. They're going to be after I called Pima County Board of Supervisors, Steve Christie, and he failed to do anything except call the sheriff's department on me. So That's the videos you're going to see tomorrow. That's the one I'm putting together. I got like I said, tons and tons of video. Who's still laughing? Cannot the AG be used for failing to ensure proper prosecutorial conduct is maintained? I don't. We'll see. I mean, look, Mr. Gold's lawyer didn't even have to get involved in this one. I'm going to have to say that the Pro Se Idiot Club has another win. The reason why Mr. Gold's charges are dropped is because we were able to put out some logic and discernment on the internet, and it's kind of hard for them to argue with it.
Agreed.
And they need to start being concerned.
Give me a bunch of ones if you guys agree. By the way, Mr. Gold or Public Service or whoever you guys are, let me know what's going on with this major announcement that's coming out tonight, because I'd like to cover it if possible. I'd like to see what's going on. So before my show's over here, if Mr. Gold or thanks, Mr. Gold, for the ones, bro, or Mr. Public Service announcement or whoever all these guys are, I can't remember all your names, but let me know so I can cover and give you my lawyer reaction. Because, you know, what I like to do is break things down for people, because I was a blue collar guy before I was a lawyer. So I'm able to interpret like Pocahontas or whatever. I can sort of break it down for you guys so you can understand it a little bit better. Let's keep going.
And the reason why they need to start being concerned is that we're outing them so much and we're creating enough noise over here. That is the purpose of me now pushing harder to put my story out, because there's going to be a tipping point to when there's people that have more influence than anybody in town, maybe the Justice Department, the Attorney General, that is going to see some of this stuff and maybe say, hey, wait a minute, we need to go figure out what's going on down there in Tucson. So I think that we're just trying to, with all this information, myself, Lane, Mr. Gold, Tuck Police Suck, Tucson Toe Tag, El Charo, going to the court, audio recording, audio broadcasting, video recording. Lane Myers just requested to video record all of Judge Ball's court hearings for the morning, which was denied. Tuck Police Suck had a meeting scheduled to discuss the new order. And just so you guys know, Lane's doing a great job, very helpful. But a lot of this stuff has been percolating under the scene for a long time. In 2018, Tuck Police Suck got an order from the court that says under Rule 122, we are allowed to film outside the courtrooms in the courthouse. The new order that they just put out flies in the face of that and says that we need to ask permission, not only of the court, but we need to ask permission of every single person that's going to be videotaped out in public. So Tuck Police Suck requested a meeting this last week, and the meeting was set up. And then after Tuck Police Suck sent the 2018 decision from the judge where they said that we could film outside the courthouses, all of a sudden she got the tummy flu and canceled the meeting. So right now that's still up in the air. We've got this new rule that they're trying to lay down on us in Tucson for filming in the courthouse that we're pushing back on. El Charo, he's got some really exciting stuff coming up. I would like to say that he's got some good stuff that you're really going to want to follow. He's going to be interviewing the Tucson police officers that went ahead and arrested him while he was at Tucson Toe Tag's hearing. And the video that he's going to put out afterwards is going to be amazing. We're getting a lot of stuff on these people, and there's going to be a critical mass to where there's going to be people outside looking in that are going to come in, and they're going to start looking at these people in Tucson. The only thing that we can do is keep filing these motions, filing these complaints, filing these lawsuits, fighting back, requesting our disclosure, requesting documents, requesting them to follow the rules. It's getting them frustrated. It's tripping them up. They're not able to even catch up or even figure out which way that they're going. So they're dropping charges on Lane. They're dropping charges on Mr. Gold. They're dropping lawsuits on me. We're winning. We are winning against these people. They don't know what to do at this point. So we need to keep up the.
They are. I've never seen anything like it in my 20 years of law practice. These guys are winning, and they're winning because they're right. They're winning also because they're using social media and they're getting the word out. And I think that guys like me who are like, I'm a real lawyer, guys. Like, I do this channel because of, I don't like seeing you guys getting thrown in jail. It pisses me off. Because people like me are starting to notice, and we don't like it. We don't like it. You know, people try to like say lawyers are the problem. No, it's not. It's the administrative state. It's the bureaucracy. It's the good old boy network, like these Tom Girardi types, right? That's the problem. That's the problem. These guys that make guys like me look bad, who just want to homeschool my kids and grow my own food and practice law because it's a way to support my family. You know, I'm not happy. So I appreciate it when you guys support my channel. You know, I can't help everybody, but I try to help the people who are level-headed and don't do stupid shit. And I use a lot of tough love on certain people, but I'm always there for my brothers. Let's keep on going.
The pressure. We need to keep outing these people. We need to keep talking about all of this stuff because all of these people are connected. For example, I'll give you a little bit more of connections. So our buddy Drake that is the witness to Lane Myers violating the injunction of harassment against Shannon Walker, that Drake works at I can't ever think of the name. Rusin and Lazardi. That's not the name, but Lazardi's the correct one. So Drake worked there. Rebecca O'Brien, the defense, used to work there. And not only that, Christy Padilla, who is the paralegal for Rebecca O'Brien,
right,
still says on her LinkedIn that she works at Lazardi. So she worked at Lazardi. Drake worked at Lazardi. Now Drake works at the federal court. We don't know who he's helping. If he's helping Angela Martinez now that Lane Myers' wife isn't there anymore and took over his position. Was he rewarded for being a witness in Lane Myers' case? Rewarded with a job over at the federal courthouse? I don't know, but all of this stuff looks pretty fucking fishy to me. How about you guys?
Yeah, it sure does.
It's all one big interconnected incestuous.
Mr. Gold, excuse me. Can you tell us what this big announcement is, man? I'm in suspense. I've been during this whole show. I'm like clicking over, looking at Reluctant Prophets channel. I'm looking over at Lane Myers. I'm looking over at This Is a Public Service. I don't see anything. I have it on good authority that something big was supposed to be announced today, and I'd like to cover it, man. You know, I'm live. I normally try to go like 2 hours, and this show is going to be over soon. So, Mr. Gold, if you can, like, if you want to call me, you got my number, I think. Let me know what the hell's going on, because I'm just as much in suspense. I'm invested. I'm invested in this. You know, I donate money to these guys. Much to the chagrin of my wife, who's like, "We need that money for food." I'm like, "No, we got to support people who are like-minded, honey. That's how it works." You know. And she's like, "Well, I gave up my job to help homeschool the kids. So the least you could do is let me know if you're going to be donating money to these guys." And I'm like, "Honey, God's going to look after us. Lord's he's going to reward us for doing the right thing." Women, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You give birth to your kids. You can't ignore what they say. Oh, I got you, brother. All right. Mr. Gold says everything you've said already. Multiply it by 100. I'm sworn to secrecy. Well, that's fine. I respect that, dude. But I sure would like to at least know when this announcement's going to happen, because I heard at Dark 30 today that there was going to be an announcement today. I mean, can you at least give us a little? Guys, give me a bunch of ones if you think that Mr. Gold should at least give us a clue as to when the announcement's going to be made. I don't think that would be a violation of any kind of secrecy deal. What do you think, Mr. Gold? Give me a bunch of ones, guys. I'm in suspense. I want to know what's going on. Dr. Donna, from a psychological standpoint, do you think it would be violating an oath of secrecy to at least let us know when this announcement was going to be made? It's already freaking doggone 1741 hours in Pacific time. I mean, I know most of my audience are actually back east, so Mr. Gold says, I'm reloading. Oh, okay. You don't even know if it's going to be today. All right, that's fine. Well, look, dude, Mr. Gold, if you don't have my cell phone number, you can get it from Reluctant Prophet or BZ Watchdog, or you can get it from Life Under the Microscope. I'd like to talk to you anyways, and everything obviously you talk to me about is confidential. I don't share my conversations about anything with anyone. Even if I wasn't a lawyer, I wouldn't. Because when you share confidences and secrets that where people confided in you, you're a piece of shit. You lose all their trust. You know, I learned that a long time ago. But I like to know a little bit about what's going on and let you know that I'm trying to find a way to help you. I have a buddy of mine who's a fellow Marine who might be willing to donate some time to do a will or a trust for you, where you can start raising funds to fight against this tyranny, where the money goes directly into a fund where you could make someone like Reluctant Prophet or Lane the trustees, and then we can have the beneficiaries be people who are victims of the tyranny that's going on over in your state. I'm not looking to make money off of it. I'm looking to try to leave my mark. So, in 1,000 years from now, people at least still remember me, and my kids know that their dad was a good guy. So that's the idea anyways. So I am getting something out of it. Maybe I can be an Alexander the Great of law. Anyways, let's let Reluctant Prophet finish up.
Orgy these people have going on.
Yeah,
Drake should be working at O'Reilly's. I completely agree with you.
Me too.
For action. Thanks
It's
for
my
coming
brothers.
in. Sorry that you're sick. Feeding myself with donuts that were delivered by Uber Eats for Mr. Gold. Back the blue until you're black and blue. That's right. Oh, like I said, there's something strange going on with all of the developers here, because I've been out here for 28 years, and I would say that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've seen at least 15 new developments move in, and like, since it happened to the development right over here on either side of me,
Yep.
I've been noticing that one of the first 5 houses sold in any of these new developments is a sheriff or a police officer. And their vehicles are sitting there on the road. And I think that it's obviously they feel like people, I want to live on a safe neighborhood. Oh, look, there's a cop that already lives in there. So yes, there's definitely something going on. I mean, it's not a coincidence that a sheriff or a police officer buys the first or fifth house in every single development that goes up in town.
Exactly.
So whether or not the sheriff's department and the police department have a program.
But are they buying it, or are they getting it as part of the plea bargain arrangement with the contractors in exchange for special favors from the building inspector. So that's something that I can bring to the table, not just as a lawyer, but I was a licensed bonded contractor. And my dad was a land developer, and he started out as a ditch digger making $2 an hour. My dad built most of the Denny's restaurants in the United States when he got back from Vietnam. He was a Marine, just a driven guy. When my mom left him, he was so devastated because, being a Swedish Lutheran, you just don't get divorced. And, he was basically, a pariah because you just don't ever get divorced as a Swedish Lutheran back then. Now the Swedish Lutherans are all part of the DEI Obama thing, but back then it was like a really big deal. You were conservative, you stayed married. So the way he dealt with it is he dug ditches for $2 an hour, and the heads of CBR Development Company, and you can verify all this. I have no reason to lie. They built all the Winchell's Donuts and Denny's restaurants back in the 70s. They said, promote this guy to GM. My dad was an 0848, so he dialed in all the formulas on the cannons. And when the Ford Observers got smoked, he would go out with the reconnaissance guys, and he would hand out Bibles to the Montagnard villagers because his mother would send him Bibles. That's the kind of guy. That was my dad. He died from Agent Orange. Good guy. So I know a little bit about construction and land development. And I know, the stuff that goes on. And my guess is there's probably like, they're carving up lots for these cops and these government officials so they can get permits approved. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at all if this news that we're going to hear is exactly that Lane and Reluctant probably have uncovered evidence that this is all a big scam, where we'll give you a bunch of homes and, we'll do a lot split, whatever. In exchange, you give us permit approval. That's what I look, as a lawyer, as somebody who's educated about this. That's what I think is happening. Yeah, it was cool, Ghost Man. I mean, my dad was a far better man than I'll ever be. All he cared about was saving my soul. He didn't give a shit about he wanted me to go to heaven. He was a good guy.
To where they offer you incentive to move into a new development, or the developers are giving the county and the sheriff and the police department a discount for buying a house. Something is going on. So I haven't gotten to the bottom of that yet. There's a lot of shit going on. It's very hard to keep up with all of this stuff. Arizona doesn't have water. Well, they just took back the water from the Saudis. So the Arizona was giving free water to the Saudis.
That's right.
Who were
true story,
watering their alfalfa fields so that they could send the alfalfa back to Saudi Arabia. So they live in a desert and they're short on water, even though they have a desalination plant.
Thanks, Mr. Gold.
They come and buy property in Arizona and pump all of our water out of the ground in the desert to feed their alfalfa fields so that they can take it back to feed their horses in Saudi Arabia. They actually just stopped doing that. But you're absolutely right. They're turning Arizona literally into California. With building, they're building between they're permitting between 5 and 10 homes per acre. Between 5 and 10 homes per acre. I live on 1 acre. I have one home. I cannot build another structure on my property, another home. The developers are allowed to build 5 to 10 homes, literally 100 feet from my house. But I can't redirect water. I can't put in a berm. I can't put in a block wall around my property so that the water.
So how is it that the contractor was able to get the law apparently changed to where the only people have property rights to make changes are the developer, but not pre-existing homeowners, pre-existing landowners. That's shocking to me. Damn it, Mr. Gold, I wish you would tell me what the hell is going on, because I think that, damn it, I wish that I could pro hawk in, because I think you're sitting on top of a gold mine of corruption that somebody like me could clean up, and literally clean up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a big deal, man.
Flows around me, but yet they can put up a block wall. They can raise the ground up. They can redirect the water. And so we do have some stuff coming. I figured out some more information.
That's right.
So
Rami.
we do have a couple of more lawsuits will be coming up.
By the way, everybody give Rami a bunch of ones. Rami, I apologize. I know I was supposed to do a show about this, about municipalities and their corruption. And I'm going to reach out to you this week, and we'll put something together. I'll do it with you if you want. But this absolutely dovetails into what's going on. We'll talk about municipal corporations and the corruption and how you start them up. Let's keep going.
Pretty quick. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, this is costing a lot. So anybody that would like a t-shirt or a hoodie, be much appreciated and would go a long way to helping keep the pressure on these people here in Tucson, Arizona. All right. I'm going to give you one more video before we head on out of here. Thank you for the link, Crofty and Brandon Mitchell. Really appreciate it. Lynn Davidson, you know, I've heard of that mythical creature. That mythical creature is very elusive. The elusive alloidial title. I've seen people say that there's documents online to where that you can go ahead and try and petition to get the alloidial title, but I would have to say that that's kind of like the whole driving without a driver's license. First of all, you got to get public opinion on your side.
Another reason why I like this guy is that he's not totally brainwashed by these people who sell this bullshit online about, oh, a lawyer is not authorized by the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, don't you guys understand the 10th Amendment? Each state can you guys just watch Reluctant Prophet. You don't have to listen to me because I know I'm a bar member and you think that means that I'm part of the British Accreditation Registry, which is ridiculous. The bar has to do with the chain that went across, many people say, the Knights Templar Castle, where the first common law lawyers were trained outside of London after the king kicked us out. I mean, at least do your own freaking research instead of listening to these freaking methed out idiots online. Listen to guys like Reluctant Prophet is, as well as Chili, by the way, very based in their understanding of the law. And these are the kind of people that I think that you need to be listening to if you want to understand the law. If you don't trust lawyers, listen to guys like this.
And that's going to be difficult. And then to get the government to actually basically say that you're a sovereign nation by having your own title to your property. I think that's something worth being looked into, but I think that we're
USA Badass. What's up, dude?
We got a lot more. What are you eating? Don't eat nothing. Don't eat. I think we need to take some smaller bites off of the
He's right.
The poisoned fruit before
This
we
guy
go
would be an amazing lawyer.
diving into the center.
Amazing.
R12 is the hard stuff to get. Oh, not really. Ed for action. You could just drive 45 minutes across the Mexico border and you can buy as much as your heart desires. Hey,
He's right.
don't eat the box, man.
What happened to his arm? What the hell, dude?
The government hates competition. Yeah, of course they do. Nobody likes competition. Come on. Even the people in the YouTube space, they don't really like competition. As much as these people are out here saying that they do want to help each other.
Yeah. They don't.
At the end of the day, there's still the element of competition in everything you do.
Ridiculous.
So the ultimate people that want to run and control everything is the government. So they don't want, hey, stop eating that box. I'm gonna bust you square in the eye. I know.
Look, this dude is a super humble dude. I mean, make sure to like and subscribe to Reluctant Prophet's channel. I can tell that this guy really cares. And I don't know very many people on this planet who really give a shit about anybody but themselves. I wouldn't be supporting him and Lane and stuff if I didn't think that they were legit. You don't see that I have like millions of views. Like, you guys know, I can do a lawyer reaction video and get like 1,000 views. Like, if I was chasing that, yeah, it's nice because it helps me get subscribers, and this is really serious shit, guys. Like, this dude is, man, Mr. Gold, I wish you would give me at least a clue, bro. Something about what's going on, this announcement.
I know, I'm going to get off in just a few minutes. The dogs are getting a little restless. So needs more donuts. I don't need any more donuts. Eating the box of Glade. No, yeah. I know. I see you. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Look up a book called You Are Not a Slave regarding the alloidal title by Ron Gibson. I'll definitely check that out.
That's cool.
Thank you. What does the fox say? I don't know. I can't even read your name. Bud something. Bud Hopkins. What does it say? Yes, this is a little puppy. So this guy, this is Dino. Here, I'll take the thing off. Get rid of this. There you go. Now it's just a dirty office. This is Dino here. Somebody ran him over and left him on the side of the road. So I picked him up and then got him fixed up, had his tail amputated because it was all messed up from getting run over in his leg.
Wow.
And then this is Clyde. This is another one that they left out in the woods. Keep ending up with too many dogs. All right. What? I know what you want. All right.
What do they all want? Rami and Life Under, if they're women. We know what they want.
Don't tell anybody.
And it's not what us guys want.
Don't choke on it. I didn't do. You got 3 rescues, Jaybird. I got 4 rescues. German Shepherd, 2 brindles, and then this little scrapper here. Yeah.
We sure are. We sure are, James. At least
I'm going to do my best to try not to get any more dogs because I'm going to go broke with dog food. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you guys coming in. Cyber Reaper, Mike, thanks for coming in. Bud Hopkins, Kersey, Euchre Player, Brandon, SG, Paul Walker. Like I said, I'm just going to try and put out a video every day of all.
So I gotta give this guy a hand because, like, when I was growing up, my dad always told me, you have the gift of discernment. You can recognize a scumbag from a legit person and treat them accordingly, right? And I think that Reluctant Prophet has that same gift. I think he has the gift of discernment. And I'm just super impressed by the guy. I hope you guys will support his channel and support his cause, whether or not I can be more involved in what's going on in Arizona or not. Because I think the guy is like, I really do think the guy is blessed. Like I think he is surrounded by angels, like archangels. Like you can make fun of me or whatever, but I think there's spiritual energy in certain people, and I think this guy is one of them. Let's keep going.
All the stuff that I have so that I can clear out my hard drives, and then filing my answer this Friday. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on.
Good seeing you, dude.
And then maybe, just maybe tomorrow, there may be.
Yeah, I have.
There may be a special live stream tomorrow. So they murdered Peanut and Fred. I know. Thanks for Truth and Reality. And a banana, not well. Yeah, I know. We got an acre, so it's kind of nice for him. 5 dogs are all right, but I don't want any more. You're not totally up to speed. I don't blame you. There's a lot going on. Thank you, Paul Walker. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. And like I said, tomorrow, I think there'll be a special live stream sometime around lunchtime. Look for that.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for too. I was hoping. I mean, I'm in suspense. Just based on what I know, it sounds like these. In my opinion, I think that there's something going on with the contractors and the local government, and so Rami, we'll do a show about the municipal government, and we'll bust it down, like what it takes to start a municipal corporation. Like one of the main things you have to do to start a municipal corporation is show how much money you can generate by virtue of traffic citations. And we know that the local police hate Uber. They hate Lyft because it's preventing them from raising more money from DUIs. So now they target Uber and Lyft drivers, and it's just crazy to me. When my dad was growing up, the cops were so in California, the 22 freeway, when it was under construction, the cops would come out and watch my dad and his buddies drag race on the 22 freeway, and they knew everybody on a first name basis. They weren't out there to try to arrest them. They actually watched them drag race. So like everything's changed. Now it's all about how much revenue can you raise, political connections that you have. So it's pretty scary stuff, man. I'm not digging it. Anyways, let's keep going.
Then probably won't see too much, but some videos I'm putting out for the rest of the week until I either get an answer on the motion to strike, or I get the answer, or I have to file my answer on Friday. So this weekend I'll put some more videos out and then go live again on Sunday for the podcast. Eye on You News. I agree. And
by the way, give me a bunch of ones.
The thing about the effort that you're putting forth doing all this is a tremendous.
Give me a bunch of ones for Sin City Giggles. Sin City Giggles is now a new moderator of the channel. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Sin City, you have that ranch, so my other members of Team MPE know that you're a member, and not to time you out or ban you from my channel. So don't use it to try to ban people. I mean, if there's an asshole coming on talking trash and disrupting the chat, the conspiracies and all that, you can ban them, but just look to your seniors, pretend like you're in the military, same crap. We had senior Lance Corporals in the Marine Corps that outranked me, even though I was a Lance Corporal too. Same kind of deal. Let's keep going.
Tremendous amount of effort. So you better be able to show damages and make sure that it's worth the effort. You know, like they say, is the juice worth the squeeze? So far,
And give a bunch of ones to Lawyer Dog, by the way, who's been a loyal member of Team MPE for, I don't know, months. And I'm sorry, Lawyer Dog, I didn't even think about it. But yeah, dude, you're legit, bro. And by the way, guys, Lawyer Dog and I don't agree on everything, but I think the guy's legit. He's also a moderator now. I apologize that I didn't make you a moderator sooner. I'll do like 50 push-ups for you tomorrow, bro. You got to understand, I get up at dark 30. I work my ass off, and you can't. I don't. You pop in every now and then. You're not like here all the time. So, but you're a mod now, brother. So you got the wrench. With great power comes great responsibility. Don't use it as a weapon to try to ban people that you don't like. Use it as a tool so you can get appreciation from other people. And thanks, Selwyn. Selwyn just hold on a minute. Selwyn just purchased some 4 months of memberships, I think for other people or maybe for himself. But either way, that really does help support the channel. So I'm saying a lot. That's because I'm super tired. But thank you, Selwyn. Give me a bunch of ones for Selwyn. Make sure to like and subscribe to Selwyn's channel as well. All right, guys, let's got a couple more minutes of RP. Let's do it.
Unfairness that seems to be taking place makes it less and less palatable. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. So, all right, everybody have a great rest of the week. If you have any, well, thanks, Kersey. Even with glitches, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, that's good. I'm glad you learned some stuff. And I think that the more people that are willing to put themselves out there and put the documents that they're drafting as a pro se, obviously lawyers don't want to be putting that out there because could be construed as legal advice.
Maybe.
But I think the more people that want to put themselves out there, that want to share information and collaborate, it's just going to strengthen the community. It's going to strengthen everybody. Just like now when you're seeing people going out, and how many more people do you see on the streets that know their rights when they get pulled over by a cop? I got, into this movement halfway in between. Right. And since then, I already see tons of people. Even my niece knows I don't answer questions. So we've been able to do that with the cops on the street. So now what we need to do is we need to get people more educated in the court system. And
that's the problem. You're preventing the administrative state from making money when you know your rights. Rockefeller imported our public education system here from Prussia. The King of Prussia was angry that his troops basically fled, right? They mutinied basically from Napoleon. And he said, I'd never want that to happen again. So what did he do? He got with the social engineers of his day and created the public education system as we know it today. What do I mean by that? Well, a system that is akin to a prison, basically. Look at a prison and look at a public school. You men who've been to prison or jail, and tell me, do you see much difference? Because I don't. Other than the fact that you get to leave at the end of the day, right? But other than that, there's not much difference. And the idea is Rockefeller wanted a nation of workers, not of thinkers. He didn't want people who were able to critically think. BlackRock, Soros, all these guys, right? They do not want critical thinkers because it's too difficult to control you. That's the problem. So the public education system was imported here by the Rockefeller family. And that's why I homeschool my kids. And I recommend that you homeschool your kids too. And that you homestead, that you grow your own food, and that you do business only with like-minded people and create parallel systems of people that you trust, people who are vetted. And I appreciate you guys supporting my channel. I know a lot of people hate lawyers and you're suspect of us, but I became a lawyer for a different reason than most. And this is my way of giving back. Black Man 903, I don't know what the question is about what's the difference because I haven't been watching the chat super hard, but ask me again and I'll try to answer you. Give me a bunch of ones for Mr. Gold, by the way, guys. I'm super happy that he got those criminal charges dismissed. And yeah, I'm just glad that you guys are all here and you're learning. You're learning about your rights. That's what's important to me. Mike hates us, says James Forbes. I don't, man. Life Under the Microscope. Give me a bunch of ones for Life Under the Microscope, too. Super legit dude. Let's get back. Let's let Reluctant Prophet finish up.
At one, we can cause them more headache just by the mass amount of people filing complaints, filing lawsuits, filing motions on their behalf in their defense. I think Lane Meyer says he files a motion every day or send an email. I mean, learning how to do this stuff and to take advantage of due process that's afforded us and getting some knowledge flowing between everybody is just going to, like they say, a rising tide lifts all boats.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, we're all going to be smarter.
That's right.
We're all going to learn a little bit about something.
Amen.
And when we do run into trouble, just like we're going to know not to answer questions, we're going to know when we walk into court, the first thing that we need to do is request discovery, making sure that our due process is being afforded to us, it's being followed, and you have a better idea of what's happening to you in the court system. So many people that I go in there, even in this,
by the way, give me a bunch
of what we're
ones.
doing in the First Amendment auditing and the police.
By the way, give me a bunch of ones for USA Badass. Another moderator. Did I who am I missing, guys? Does anybody have a nomination for moderator that I missed? What about Brent? Oh yeah, Brent for sure. Hold on, Brent. Give me a bunch of ones for Brent Shimko. What about Sin City? Sin City's already got it. All right. Any nominations? All right. So we got Black Man. We got Sin City. With great power comes great responsibility. Just don't time people out. USA Badass. Don't be timing people out just because you're a mod. Only time people out if they're assholes who cast aspersions on us and on our mission. Brent Shimko as well. Just make sure that you understand that Team MPE is about trying to help people who are less fortunate learn their rights and learn how to be able to protect their family and create parallel systems. So if something happens to you and you get locked up, you'll have hopefully a bunch of former inactive Marines there to look after your wife and kids. And hopefully we can create also some kind of a trust fund to help people who are falsely imprisoned. And we would set it up in a way that it's by vote, that we don't just help losers who just do stupid shit, but that we help people who genuinely need it. I do the same thing with the Leathernecks Motorcycle Club, where I help fallen riders who get killed on their motorcycles. So at least we have an ability to try to, help their wives and kids, And I recommend all you guys try to figure out a way to get some life insurance policies and stuff in case something happens, because most of you guys are like me. You kind of live life on the edge. So yeah, make sure you find a way to leave something behind for your wives and kids, man. Anyways, let's let him finish.
Community that don't have any clue of what's happening after they get arrested. So, and, I'll be honest, I was one of those people too. I got in trouble when I was a kid, lost my driver's license when I was 18. And the only thing that I thought about since I was 18 years old is I don't want to deal with the government. I don't
Yep.
want to learn about them. I don't want to know about them. I don't want to be involved with them.
Yep.
And whenever you get caught in their system, it's very difficult to get out.
That's right.
So my thought process and my plan in life was to just stay as far away from getting in trouble or dealing with any of the courts than I had to.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, they brought that to me. And now as a person of principle, when I didn't do anything wrong, I'm going to fight back. And I'm going to use the intelligence that God gave me. I'm not the smartest person on the planet, but I can certainly learn. I can certainly be a wrench in the gears.
Certainly got more common sense than 99% of these idiots on the internet who think that they're smart because they're part of the First Amendment auditor community or whatever. These freaking morons. This guy's a legit dude with a soul.
If you know what I mean. So I think we all need to figure out how we can position ourselves to throw ourselves into the gears without getting too much injury and making it more difficult on the people who are trying to oppress us.
Amen.
With that being said, I'm not going to show any more videos. I'll answer a few more questions before. Oh, they are. Absolutely. So I did get a phone call from an attorney in town, and the attorney in town said that they wanted to take my case. They wanted me to pay him a little bit of money. Actually, it wasn't very much money, but I do have some hesitations and reservations about hiring this person. I've learned quite a bit on the first two cases. I have a lot more to learn moving ahead.
That's why I became a lawyer with no law degree or undergrad, because most lawyers, in my opinion, just want money and they don't even care about natural law. Your rights come from a creator. If your lawyer doesn't believe that or went to some leftist, Marxist college, you probably don't want to hire that guy.
I don't know. I think I'm going to continue on this journey of the federal lawsuits by myself and see how it pans out. I imagine I'll be filing appeals in the Ninth Circuit coming up pretty soon with the way that it seems like it's heading, but you guys will get to follow along at this point. You said hi to Mr. Gold. I said hi, Mr. Gold. This phone is something else. Call Mr. Gold. We got your back, buddy.
That's cool. That's awesome, man.
You guys support from afar. Thank you. All the phone calls, emails, everything that you guys do.
Super cool.
Thank you for coming in, Mr. Gold. And there was no chocolate covered donuts. It was all the glaze, but I appreciate it. You're very welcome. I am so happy that your charges have all been dropped, and hopefully they'll realize the error of their ways and leave you alone and allow you to live your life and to move on and to get back to enjoying your life. Because that's really what I've been thinking about is when you get into this and you start filing these lawsuits and going down this avenue,
nightmare.
Your quality of life diminishes.
Yep.
You don't get to, all right, Reaper.
Guys, I work like 18 hours a day. I hate lawsuits. I'm so burned out. When I see guys like him doing this stuff without any legal training, I'm completely blown away. Like it's like symbiotic energy, you know what I mean?
You're willingly giving it up, but in turn, they're also stealing your free time, your enjoyment. So you also have to weigh that with what's going on and filing a lawsuit if you're going to do it yourself.
He's right.
So just got R22 mailed to my front door in Florida. How much did they charge you for a jug of R22? Eye on You News? I would be interested to know. Yes, Mr. Gold does have a lot of people on his side. He's a good guy, and the sheriff's department, the prosecutor, and his neighbors all gave him a raw deal. That's for sure. Uber brownies for the piggies. Yeah, right. Henry Ford invented the automobile, not the vehicle text history.
Actually, Henry Ford did not invent the automobile. He invented the assembly line. Let's keep going.
Tradition. All right.
Good seeing you.
I'm waiting to see how much that R22 jug is, because that's like $1,500 around here. Like, I'm in the desert, so if you wanted to buy a jug of R22, it would cost you like $1,500. Maybe not now because it's wintertime, but no, it was Mercedes that invented the vehicle or the automobile, right? SG.
Forbes.
Mr. Gold can send Uber Eats to your house, Anna. Yeah. I'm actually filing another lawsuit and Sovereign Fool, and I actually used Judge Ball's template for Superior Court for a lawsuit. So yeah,
I have to admit. So when my dad was so I'll share something else with you guys. So my dad and I built 350 Chevys in the garage, but when he was growing up, it was a 327. And he always told me that Ford made the best rear ends. So if you like the dudes that couldn't afford, like the rich guys, like the Newsoms and the Trudeaus, they had the Mopar stuff. But guys like my dad, they didn't have that. You got, a bunch of brothers and sisters, dad who's got an assembly line job, whatever. They didn't have money. So what did they do? They would made up a Ford rear end to their 327, and they would build that out, and because Ford rear ends were better. So Ghost Man, you said it right. He liked a good rear end. I understand the joke, Ghost Man, and I appreciate you understanding that I understood what you said. Let's keep on going, man. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm using whatever, you know, if you looked at the docket from my lawsuits and from the first complaint that I filed, I literally went on their website and filled out the complaint, and then you write on a piece of paper your complaint. So I've definitely come a long way from there. And it's a lot of learning from
Black man
the emotions that the other side files and seeing how it's formatted. Looking online, Chat GTP definitely helps. Westlaw, Pacer, and then Justia Law, helping to find case law and everything. So yeah, it's all really good resources. I think Chat GTP is definitely a good resource to capitalize on. I think you have to have some kind of working knowledge of what's going on in the court system, the rules of civil procedure. All right, Crofty, thanks for coming in. Have a good night. But yeah, it definitely can be helpful. I saw Travis Heinz, he was using it for his opening statement the other day. And yeah, I like watching people who are trying to use and manipulate Chat GTP, because there's definitely different ways to use it to be able to get what you want. And but all of it is a valuable tool. All right, well, everybody, have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here too. I gotta go feed the dogs, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the donuts. You could have just sent a half a dozen or something, but we'll figure it out. Got to have a good foundation of knowledge before you use chat. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like everything, and the other thing to the people that are in here.
Hell yeah, Roger. Thank you, bro. I
think it's
appreciate
important that you go ahead and start learning. It's not going to go away. It's definitely creepy.
So one thing I want to tell you guys, Chat GPT, commie, pinko, Marxist bullshit. All right. 99% of what you're going to get from Chat GPT is biased to the far radical Marxist left. So be very careful. and you're going to get bullshit legal advice. It's not going to tell you the whole story. Now, if you're a guy like Lane or a guy like Reluctant Prophet, where you know how to ask it the right questions and manipulate it, you might get about 20% of what you want to know. But if you really want to learn the law, in my opinion, Westlaw and the law library. I learned the law in the law library. I spent most of my younger life in the regular library and the law library. You need to learn how to shepherdize cases. You need to learn how to use the pocket parts. You need to, honestly, you need to learn cursive writing as well. Everything the government wants to take from us, you need to reclaim. Like when I was in Scotland and I was in Edinburgh Castle, pardon me, there's cursive writing all over the place. The statists, the administrative state, the bureaucrats don't want you to know your history. They don't want you to know your past. Cursive writing is extremely important. And we know that Bush and Obama and all these commie scum wanted to strip that away from our children. And why is that? Because they don't want you to be able to know where you come from. And if you're getting all your information from ChatGPT, you're going to get the filtered version of what George Soros, Bill Gates, and the World Health Organization want your kids to know. So think about that. Think about that. All right. So that's right. Big Mike Audits. Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks, bro. BZ Watchdog, my Marine brother. Selwyn, the Monk 636. That's right, dude. That's exactly right. The Monk 636 said it right. The truth gets you shut down. Well, for now, we're here, but the thought police want to take down my channel. But I'm smart enough to know how to play within their algorithm. One of my buddies who died from something that was supposedly safe and effective, him and I used to interpret the Google patents together. Look, I'm blessed with a super high IQ, and the difference between me and other people who are equally blessed is that I try to use my blessings and gifts from my creator to try and help other people. Look, I donate, a couple hours a night sometimes to help people. And every once in a while, I'll get a super chat or a memberships or whatever from someone like Roger Lane. By the way, give me a bunch of ones for Roger Lane for supporting the channel, because it's really your channel, guys. If I didn't have hundreds and sometimes thousands of viewers, I wouldn't be doing this, because I would know that I'm not effective, but so far I've been pretty effective. Give me a bunch of ones for Mr. Gold, guys, that he got his criminal charges dropped. That was a big deal. And give me a bunch of ones for Reluctant Prophet for being a loyal guy and helping his friend, because that's what Team MPE is all about, is about helping your friends. A lot of my friends have taken their own lives, who were in the Marine Corps, who were in combat. And just let him finish.
But you're going to be in an advantage if you start to learn how to use and manipulate it right now. Before, like everything, when Google just got started, you could Google anything and you could find whatever your heart desired on the internet. I don't know if most of you guys are as old as I am, but when the internet first came out, when Google first came out, you could hit Google and you would get every different
you'd get good results.
Choice.
You would get good
from
results.
The smallest little website to the biggest.
You would get good results. You wouldn't get this bullshit. Now it's just corporate bullshit. It's George Soros, World Health Organization, World Economic Forum. You don't find anything anymore that's good on Google. It's all garbage.
website, and they didn't prioritize anything. So just as they've clamped down and manipulated Google to
Absolutely.
give you the
Right.
responses that they want, it's my opinion that right now ChatGTP is kind of like the Wild Wild West, where you
No,
can
it's
use it
not.
for a lot more things than you will be able to down the road.
In a way, I agree with you, bro. But ChatGPT is programmed to lie. It's programmed to give you freaking canned Marxist, communist garbage.
I think that they'll start making highways and avenues that you are
Wikipedia
locking you
is
out of some
caca,
of the information
diarrhea.
that may give you an advantage in life. So, just my opinion from what I've seen since the internet started. Yep, I'm that fucking old. I've been around since the internet was invented, motherfuckers.
Yeah, me too. I love this guy, man. This is
Yeah, they definitely have been censoring it and changing it. And then if you don't get the paid version, you definitely don't get the benefits of. I think the full.
Hold up.
You don't even get.
So straight up, here we go. Mr. Gold is laying it out there right now. Our reluctant prophet did everything, and I can tell, dude. Guys, everybody on my channel tonight, I would appreciate it if you would go and like and subscribe to Reluctant Prophet. I don't know where Chevy is, but you guys that have some money, donate this fucking dude some money, man. Like, I would honestly, if I don't hear that he's received at least $1,000 from guys on my channel, I'm not going to be a happy camper, because I never beg. I never tell you guys I'm suffering or I need money. Woe is me. I'm telling you right now, I would absolutely be appreciative if you guys would go and give this dude some money. And I'm not saying doing it through a super chat. Like, reach out to him and just let him know you're part of Team MPE. Let him know, and find a way to send him some cash, because this dude, what I'm seeing right here from Mr. Gold, I believe it. I honestly believe that Reluctant Prophet is. I've been around, man. He is a very well-reasoned and seasoned individual. Very, very grateful to you, Reluctant Prophet, for letting me share with my audience what you're all about, bro. I think you're a good guy, and if there's anything I can do to help you, I will. I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to get barred in quickly into Arizona, and I'll do whatever I can to help you guys with your cause. I'm very, very devastated about what happened to you, and especially Mr. Gold. And as the story unravels, I think that we're gonna see that this is systemic, and I think a lot of it started under Obama, but we know that Obama is actually part of the Bush family, if you actually do your research. So it's all part of the CIA family, right? So part of the Moloch and Baal worshiper family. Yeah. We'll see how much longer I'm allowed to exist, because I expose things that no one else will talk about. Yeah. Thank you for inventing the internet, Mr. Gore. Mr. Gold's awesome. By the way, Mr. Gold, reach out to either BZ, or if you want to talk, I'd love to talk to you, bro. I'll never ask you to betray your friends or reveal secrets, but certainly would like to get some clues about this announcement that on good authority I was supposed to hear about this afternoon. Yeah. Oh, thanks, ECA. ECA just gifted a membership. So, and that's the thing that I'm looking for, guys, is I'm not looking for you guys to do super chats and all that stuff. I'm looking for you to get memberships, because if you gift memberships to other people, that gives me the ability to bring people into Team MPE. They can watch the show and they can see that we're real. We're not just like trying to get money, or, trying to like have a sob story. We're trying to teach people the law. Our law comes from natural law in America. And that's what made us different, is that our founding fathers recognized that our rights come from a creator, our God, our creator. Read the Declaration of Independence, all you Marxist commies that come on my channel and want to disparage me. It says in the Declaration of Independence that our rights come from our Creator. And notice that the C in Creator is spelled in uppercase, which means divinity. It means divinity. It means that it's a incarnate from God, from an energy far from anything we'll ever know. Thank you, Selwyn. You guys are awesome, man. Look, Selwyn just sent me a $10 super chat, and I know that you guys aren't rich. I know most of the guys that follow my channel are broke. So I know that to you, that might be $1,000, dude. So that means a lot to me. More than anything, it just keeps my wife off my ass. Because I work for her and the kids. But by the way, guys, if you guys want to really make a change, you'll help me spread Brett Pike's homeschooling program. Yeah, classical learner. And I'm still trying to get him to make me like one of these guys that helps promote his product. But he's just so buried, he's got so many people reaching out to him every day. But Life Under is still waiting for this arrangement that we're supposed to have. But homeschool your kids, get them out of this leftist Marxist school system, guys. That's the problem. Our kids are being brainwashed to hate their country and to hate their founding fathers. They're being brainwashed into thinking that boys are girls and girls are boys. What the hell is going on, man? It's ridiculous. It's not money, BZ. It's Federal Reserve notes, but I'll convert it to gold or silver as soon as I get it. That's right, Sin City. Sin City says, the more we see God in everything, the more of everything we see God. And you, dude, fudge, man. Anyways, man, I'm gonna bone out. I was super hoping that Mr. Gold would have at least given me a hint about what's going on. I don't have your number, bro. You can reach out to me at circleoflegaltrust@yahoo.com, but somebody attacked that email address with X-Rumor. I don't know if you know what that is, but so my background also is that I'm a webmaster. And I made all my money off of being able to manipulate the Google algorithm before the Marxists really took it over. And if there's anybody out there who remembers the PR6 websites, where you could get a link off a PR6 website and be number one the next day for the term you wanted to rank for, I'm the guy you want to talk to. So I was really good friends with Bill Slosky at SEO by the Sea. And he was this genius. He was a lawyer. He went to law school, but he never became an attorney. He never passed the bar. But him and I used to go down and visit him in Carlsbad, SEO by the Sea. I think his site might still be up. And him and I, we would interpret the Google patents. And so he taught me, because he taught me, you learn, right? And he passed away after he got that safe and effective thing from a stroke. I can't even say anything because that's how entrenched Google is now. And that's something that Reluctant Prophet just brought up. You can't even talk about it because you'll lose your channel. You lose everything. Even though I bought Google stocks when they were $5 a share, they don't care. That's the problem with power, man. Lucifer runs this earth. And I don't know how much longer I'll have my channel, but if you guys have a chance, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because you never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. Support Reluctant Prophet and do whatever you can to support this guy. I'm in the process of trying to get Bart into Arizona, and I'll do what I can to help him out. And Mr. Gold, just know, dude, that I'm not a bullshitter. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it, because that's the way I was raised, reared, whatever you want to call it. So, Mr. Gold, I don't have your number, brother. Okay, well, hopefully you sent it to the right address. Stand by before I hang up. I want to make sure. Copy that. I got you, brother. All right, I'll call you in a minute. I just want to get some chow. I got to eat something. By the way, guys, make sure to also like and subscribe to Lane Meyer's channel. Freaking dude is awesome, man. I was watching his stuff. See, since he's not that's what makes me know that he's smarter than your average bear. Because if he monetized his channel, he wouldn't be able to play all the music and do all the stuff that he does. He would you take bong rips. That he would be done. So, super duper. No, I got you, bro. I got it. I got you, Mr. Gold. I'm going to call you in a little bit. Thanks, BZ Watchdog. BZ Watchdog, don't support me, dude. Like, find a way to support what Lane is doing and Reluctant Prophet is doing, because I think these guys, when I first saw him, I thought they were like Lane was nuts, and he might be, because I'm nuts too. You're not going to meet many lawyers like me who are willing to put their license on the line to do these shows, but I feel that there's some kind of like spiritual energy there. Like these guys are like, I don't know, like archangels maybe. Like, I don't know, man, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. And Semper Fi, do or die for all you guys out there. And God bless you guys. And tomorrow night, we already did Reluctant Prophet's show. I wanted to break this incredible news tonight, but I can't because it hasn't been released yet. So tomorrow night, I'll probably go live with some Cop Watch videos, and get 1,000 views and a couple $100 in super chats, and still be pissed off that I wasn't able to help break this amazing news tonight. I'll talk to you guys soon.